So some attention-seeking girl comes up to RICEGUM seeking some sort of freestyle rap battle with the man. Now, if you don't know RICEGUM, he is known for making roast challenge videos where he analyzes an opponent before dishing out an exothermic reaction via his oral cavity. AKA roasting motherfuckers, that's what's up. Now, clearly I like RICEGUM, but I have to be realistic here. He's kinda fucked. No offense to him, but the way he handled the situation is going to completely bite him in the ass. Here's the story. Gabbie comes up willing to roast him, and Rice is obviously uncomfortable because he's at a party. You know, where you go take a break off work. He tells the attention seeker to fuck off, and that leads to a downward spiral from there. But this isn't a decision that completely fucks him over. You see, after the event that unfolds, RICEGUM decides to do the dumbest thing someone rich and famous can possibly do. He breaks her phone. Now this is horrible for two ideas. Number one, it makes him look like he has anger issues and thus makes him look like a bitch who couldn't stand up for himself like adults do. Number two, it implies physical assault and a good lawyer might be able to charge him with battery by claiming that there was no possible way for him to take the phone from her hands without assaulting her. But that's not it. The absolute worst thing RICEGUM did was to go and justify himself on Drama Alert. If you intend to sue on terms of slander, do not divulge your part of the story onto YouTube. This will only harm you, since lawyers will be able to use this video in court against you. I know you don't want people to see you as the villain, and I know it can be tough to keep your mouth shut when everyone demands an answer, but trust me, the public being on your side does not mean that the judge will. So for your own sake, RICEGUM, please, please, please do not share any more information or any platform whatsoever. It will only be detrimental for your case. And I can guarantee her lawyer will use your video against you and it will not be pretty. Now I do not want to pick sides, but as a fan I sincerely hope you the best. And Gabbie, although I do not stand by your decision to stir up unwanted trouble, I wish you the best as well.
Alright, so our first topic of today is going to be about the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S8 is going to have a 5.8 inch screen for the regular and a 6.2 inch screen for the Plus. The phone will still maintain the traditional Samsung look that so many fanboys adore, so you're not going to be missing that traditional touch if you're an actual avid Samsung Galaxy fanboy or consumer. I also want to mention that actually Samsung removed the boundaries for the screen. So it's called the Infinity Display, and it's an end-to-end screen, and it kind of spills over to the phone sides, which is very impressive. Now, the only problem is that will you like accidentally, screw up some sort of app or click on some app by accident by touching the sides or placing your thumb on the side of the phone? Who knows? To be honest, they even seem to have added a intelligent AI called Bixby, which is supposedly going to assist you throughout your usage of this phone. It's going to be waterproof. This is just standard at this point. You can expect it from all upcoming Galaxy S phones. They're just all going to be waterproof for the most part. Our next topic of today will be about the movie It. Now, I am so excited to watch this movie, but a lot of people have been commenting on Pennywise's lack of dialogue, and well, to be honest, we're just going to have to wait for the movie to be released to actually see where it goes. But so far, the trailer has been fantastic. Expect this movie. I know a lot of people usually say remakes tend to be worse than the original. But in this case, for this Stephen King movie, trust me, you should give it a chance because the writer and the director are both phenomenal people. Quick transition, we are going to be talking about Game of Thrones. Now, Game of Thrones, as if you guys don't follow the HBO hit show, has been booming because they released a new promo for their season 7. Now, in this new promo, we see Jon Snow, Cersei Lannister, Daenerys Targaryen, Breaker of Chains, Mother of Dragons, King of the Andals and the First Men, Mother Misa, whatever, right? So many titles, jeez. We see her and we see every single one of them individually walking through a hallway, and it kind of I think what it was trying to represent was the power struggle that was going to take place between those very important characters. Also, on the news, if you haven't been following, Prank Invasion made a fake Muslim prank. Now, it is clear one of the actors went on to H3H3's podcast and spoke about the way she was selected for this casting, how it is completely staged, and how she wasn't very comfortable doing it, which is very brave actually to come up and express your point of view on something that people are giving a lot of heat on. That's admirable.
Fousey has returned, folks, and he is taking the YouTube world by force. Yusuf Saleh Erakat has decided to make his comeback after a very long hiatus. In his video, Fousey explained how he was going through some tough times that scared him away from returning to YouTube and to his fans. Fousey's most recent video explains how he had multiple conversations with his mom about returning to YouTube's world, but he simply couldn't do it out of fear of what might happen to him if he was to, in wise Oliver Queen words, give into darkness. Fousey is not expecting to return to the workforce with daily videos, but he is hoping to be able to reach his final form of authenticity. We would like you folks to know that it was this very community that drove him away by defeating his positivity with negativity. This resulted in similar to last week's Green Arrow episode, where the good guy turns rogue and were ultimately defeated by the very thing they sought to vanquish.